Hi everyone, welcome to my first ever YouTube makeup tutorial. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my go-to audition look. I'm a musical theater actress, and when I started auditioning a few years ago, I used to do a smoky eye, bright red lip, heavy contour, false lashes, and over time I started noticing that when I went a more minimalistic approach with my makeup, less smoky eye, a more neutral lip, I was getting called back more and then being hired more. So I hope this is helpful for any other actors out there, and this is a great everyday look for everyone else. So I hope you guys enjoy and keep on watching. So first I'm going to start in with my Wet n Wild face primer, and I'm going to prime my face and let that sink in while I do my eye makeup. Now I'm going to prime my eyes, and I'm going to use the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer as an eye primer. I'm just going to blend this in with my finger. I've used a lot of different eye primers before, and I always just went back to concealer because I found that it was the quickest and best way to brighten up my eyes, create a blank canvas for me to work on with eyeshadow, and just to make everything as brightened as possible. Now, to set that concealer on my eyelids, I'm going to go into the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm just going to take the lightest shade right over here, and I'm going to set that concealer with that powder, just to make sure that we have an even surface for all of the eyeshadows to blend together. Now I'm going to start my eyes, and I'm going to use the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to go in with this shade Warm Taupe right here, and that's going to be my transition color. So I'm going to just do like 1 or 2 dips in the pan and go right into my crease with a fluffy brush. Just go back and forth motions and then circular motions and keep going back and forth. And if you want to deepen that color a little bit more, you can just do 1 more dip and keep going back and forth. The next shade I'm going to use is this lavender color called Bon Fresco. You can tell I've used these colors a lot. I've hit pan on most of them. And I'm going to put that in my crease on top of the Warm Taupe color, and it's going to create this really nice mauve-y, darker lavender. Really nice on green eyes, really nice on blue eyes. This is like a versatile look too. You can smoke it up with some lashes. Okay, next I'm going to go in with the color Primavera. It's this gold color right here. I'm going to take that on my finger and just place it on my lid with my finger. I get the most color payoff this way when I apply it with my finger, and it's easiest when I'm in an audition room and I'm in a holding room. I don't always have time to reach for 10 different brushes, so when I can apply something with my finger, that's going to be the best tool. Now I'm going to go in with the color Vermeer. I'm going to go in with my finger on that too, and I'm going to go in my inner corner. Next, I'm going to take a clean makeup brush and just blend everything together. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with my Maybelline gel liner, and I'm going to do my top line. Gel liner was something that took me so long to be able to do right, and I find that the best technique that you can use is to just go in with very little product on the brush and go in as little bit as possible and build the color up, but try to keep the line as thin as possible on your top lash line, and that's the trickiest part of everything. So I start at the outer corner and I work my way in. So I'm on the outer corner, just placing that product right there. And I'm moving my way in now. So yeah, start on the outside and move your way in. Now that my top liner is done, I'm going to go into my waterline and I'm going to use the NYX Wonder Pencil in a nude shade. This is really gonna open your eyes, brighten them up, make you look more awake. I go into an audition, I wake up like 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning sometimes, and I don't look like I'm well rested most of the time, so I always find that wearing this on my lower lash line and my waterline will help with that. Now I'm gonna clean the edges of my eyeshadow up and I'm gonna use some concealer for that. And just blend that in. Now I'm gonna go in with foundation and I am using the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible Foundation. I tend to have oily skin, so this is really good for keeping my shine under control. And it's also a semi-full coverage foundation, so it gives a good amount of coverage for an audition. I don't like to be caked on in an audition room because I like to be on the more natural side. And I'm just gonna blend that in with a IT Cosmetics foundation brush. Make sure to go down onto your neck and on your ears as well. Now I'm gonna go in with concealer, and I use 2 different concealers. For my under eye, I use Tarte Shape Tape. It really gives a good brightening effect to the under eye. Once again, helping you look more awake if you are up for an audition at 4 in the morning, so I'm on the Cupid's bow, and you're sitting in a waiting room since 6 a.m. And down the bridge of the nose and onto my forehead, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. It's a little bit less harsh of a brightening effect than Tarte Shape Tape, and I just like that better. Now I'm taking my beauty blender and I'm only gonna blend up the bridge of the nose for right now. I take a few minutes for my concealer to dry under my eyes. Now that I've waited a couple of minutes and my concealer is a little bit dry under my eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and blend it in with my beauty blender. Now to set my under eye concealer, I'm gonna go back into the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. And I'm gonna take this yellow color right here in the middle and go under my eyes. I typically don't bake in an audition because I want to look as natural as possible, but I still want it to be nice and bright under my eyes, and I know that this is going to be able to do that for me. Now I'm gonna go ahead and contour. I'm gonna use my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I go in with the middle color right here. And I'm gonna be using a Real Techniques contouring brush. This is not gonna blend it in, it's just gonna place the product where I want it to go, and then we're gonna go in with a blending brush after and blend everything out. So I'm gonna start from where the top of my ear is and my hairline, and place that contouring product right there. I'm going to very lightly contour my nose. Once again, I'm just putting the product there. It's not looking blended yet. We're going to do that in a minute. Now I'm going to contour my jawline just to carve it out. Make sure that we have shadow there. Now we are going to blend the contour out. I'm going to be using this is an Eco Tools brush. It's just a fluffy blending brush. I use it for contouring, I use it for blush, I use it for highlighter. This is a really versatile brush, and when you're in an audition room and you're bringing all of your stuff with you, the last thing that you want to bring is a million brushes. So I take the product on the brush, tap, tap, and blend it out. Same thing on my nose, and I usually like kind of flatten the brush and go down my nose with some product and blend all that out. And now is when I go into my hairline. So I don't like a harsh line on my hairline when I contour. Like I said, in an audition, I like to look as natural as I possibly can. So that's when I take some product and I lightly go on my forehead. And blend out the jawline as well. And contour's done. Now I'm gonna go in with blush. I use the Milani Luminoso blush. Now I'm going to highlight, and I'm going to use the Hourglass Ambient Luminous Light Powder. It's just a really pretty natural glow highlighter. Not too harsh. We're not going to be blinding anybody today. Now I'm going to go in with my brows, and I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. And I use the shade Taupe. So I just comb the hairs up and to the side. I start from the bottom of my lashes, or of my brows, sorry, and I'm just going to trace the natural line all the way to the end. Once I have that line traced, then I move up. So you're gradually moving up from the bottom of the brow line. Now I'm going to move on to mascara, and I'm going to first use lash primer. I use the Dior Show Maximizer 3D lash primer. I don't use fake lashes in auditions just because, like I said, I want to look as natural as I can, but also be bringing out my features. So I just coat my lashes. Now I'm going to use the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. Next is lips. I keep my lips pretty natural in an audition. I'm going to go in first with MAC lip liner in the shade Soar. This is a nice rosy color. Once my lips are completely lined, I do color them with the lip liner before I go in with my liquid lipstick. The liquid lipstick I'm going to use today is the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Crush. It's a nice nude rose color. Okay, and the finishing touch is some setting spray. I use the L'Oreal Infallible Setting Spray. So this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more. Thanks so much.